Hello dear students of class 10th, welcome to the MCQ session of the first chapter of polity, that is power sharing. Students, as you all know that your exams are approaching and in your examination you will be asked MCQs, that means multiple choice questions. So, you will be provided an OMR in which you will have to darken the correct option for each question. Okay? For example, if the correct option of question number 1 is D, then you will have to darken D with your pen. So, this way you have to mark your answers in the OMR sheet. So, students, in this video I shall be discussing a few MCQs, a few questions that will be helpful to you or that will help you in the upcoming examination. So, students, let's start with the first question of chapter 1, that is power sharing. So, question number 1 is, as you can see on the screen, Belgium shares its border with how many countries of Europe? The options are option A 3, option B 4, option C 5 and option D 6. Let me tell you that many of you must be confused in this question. Let me tell you that Belgium shares its border with 4 countries of Europe, and the 4 countries are Netherlands, Germany, Luxembourg and France. So, these are the 4 countries with which Belgium shares its border. Okay? So, the correct option will be option number B, that is 4. Now, let us come to the next question, that is question number 2. So, question number 2 is, which one of the following communities constituted majority in Brussels? I am saying it again. Now, let us come to question number 2. So, question number 2 is, which one of the following communities constituted majority in Brussels? The options are option A French speaking, option B Dutch speaking, option C German speaking and option D none of them. Students, if I talk about Brussels, then let me tell you that Brussels is the capital of Belgium, and in Brussels French speaking people were in majority and the Dutch speaking people were in minority. And if I talk about the country, then the situation was just opposite. That means in the country the Dutch were in majority, that means 59%, and the French were in minority, that is 40%, and Germans were merely 1%. So, the correct option of this question is option number A, that is French speaking. They were in majority and they constituted approximately 80%. So, 80% of the population in Brussels spoke French language. So, the correct option will be option number A. Now, students, let us come to the next question, that is question number 3rd. So, question number 3rd is, which language is dominantly spoken in Belgium? The options are option number A Dutch, option B Spanish, option C French and option D Italian. So, as I had already explained you in the previous question, when I was explaining you regarding Brussels, I told you that the opposite is there in the country, that is Belgium. So, which language is dominantly spoken in Belgium? So, the correct option will be option number A Dutch. That means about 59% of the people speak Dutch in Belgium. So, the correct option will be option number A. Okay? Now, students, let us come to the next question, that is question number 4th. So, question number 4th is, which of the following is a major ethnic group of Sri Lanka? See, I have explained you in detail regarding the ethnic group in Sri Lanka. The options are option A Christian and Tamil, option B Buddhist and Hindu. Option C, Sinhala and Tamil, and option D, Sinhala and Christian. So students, let me tell you about the ethnic composition or the ethnic group of Sri Lanka. See, on the basis of language, the Sinhalas were in majority. They were 74%. And let me tell you that Sinhalas were mainly Buddhist. Okay. Then let me come to the Tamils. They were 18%. 18% of the population was Tamil, and they constituted or cut this line, and they were divided into two groups. The first is Sri Lankan Tamils and the second one is Indian Tamils. Sri Lankan Tamils comprised of 13% and Indian Tamils comprised of 5%. And let me tell you that Christians were 7% and remaining 1% was others. So this was the ethnic composition in Sri Lanka. So if I talk about the major ethnic group, then Sinhalas and Tamils were in majority on the basis of language. The Sinhalas were 74% and the Tamils were 18%. So the most appropriate option is option number C, that is Sinhala and Tamil. I hope that this question is clear to everybody, and on the basis of this question, you will be able to solve other questions related to this also, because I have explained you the complete ethnic composition of Tamil. Cut this line. Because I have explained you the complete ethnic composition of Sri Lanka. Now students, let's come to question number 5th. So question number 5th is, fill in the blanks by choosing the most appropriate option. Belgium is to Dutch speaking, then Sri Lankan is to what? I am saying it again. Belgium is to Dutch speaking, then Sri Lanka is to what? That means dash is provided. The options are Sinhalas, option A, option B, Sri Lankan Tamils, option C, Indian Tamils, and option D, Muslims. See, if you will see this, that is Belgium is to Dutch speaking. See, in Belgium, who were in majority? The Dutch speaking people were in, the Dutch speaking community or the Dutch speaking people were in majority. And if I talk about Sri Lanka, then who were in majority? The Sinhalas, they were in majority. So the correct option will be option number A, Sinhalas. So you need to analyze every question, then only you will be able to solve the questions correctly. And for analyzing, what you have to do? You have to read each and every line from your NCERT thoroughly. Then you will be able to solve all the questions. Okay? Now, proceeding with the next question, that is question number 6th. So question number 6th is, how leaders of Sri Lanka dealt with the question of power sharing. The options are option number A, the government adopted series of majoritarianism. I am saying it again. So options are option number A, the government adopted series of majoritarianism measure to establish Tamil supremacy in Sri Lanka. Option number B, the government adopted series of majoritarian measure to establish Sinhala supremacy in Sri Lanka. Option number C, the government adopted equality in power sharing, and option D, none of the above. So students, let me tell you that in order to deal with the question of power sharing in Sri Lanka, the Sinhalas, they adopted a series of majoritarianism in order to establish the Sinhala supremacy. Since they were in majority, they were approximately 74%. So in order to establish their supremacy, what they did? There was a series of majoritarianism method or measure that was applied or that was established in Sri Lanka. There was no question of power sharing. Power was not at all shared in Sri Lanka. The concept, the term majoritarianism was adopted to ensure the Sinhala supremacy in Sri Lanka. So, the correct option will be option number B. Okay? Now, the next question, that is question number 7th. Now, students, let us proceed with question number 7th. So, question number 7th is, which of the following was not a provision of the Act of 1956 passed in Sri Lanka? The options are, option number A, Sinhala was recognized as the only official language. Option B, Buddhism was to be protected by the state. Option C, provinces were given autonomy. And option D, Sinhalas were favored in government jobs. Students, if question comes regarding provision of the Act of 1956, then let me tell you that in the Act of 1956, the Sinhalas were given priority. They were given preferences. And you know, not only that, the Sinhala, they recognized that their language, that is Sinhala, as the only official language. Why? In order to establish their supremacy, since they were in majority, they were dominating, they were suppressing the minority, that means the Tamils. And you know, as I told you that most of the Sinhalas were Buddhist. So, they protected, Buddhism was made, so Buddhism was to be protected by the state, that means preference was given to Buddhism. And not only that, Sinhalas, they were favored in government jobs, universities, in different examination, in different colleges, means preference was given to the Sinhalas. So, option number A, B and D, they were there in the Act of 1956. What was not there? Option number C, that is provinces were given autonomy. Provinces were not given any autonomy. They were not independent. They did not have the power to do anything. So, the correct option will be option number C. So, students, with this question, you will be able to answer about the Act of 1956. If the question comes that what provisions were there in the Act of 1956, then you will be easily able to answer that question. Okay. So, the correct option of this question will be option number C. Provinces were not given any autonomy. Okay. Cut this line. So, the correct option for this question will be option number C, that is provinces were given autonomy, but in reality they were not given any autonomy. Okay. Now, students, let us come to question number 8th. So, question number 8th is, Sri Lanka emerged as an So, question number 8th is, Sri Lanka emerged as an independent country in which of the following year? The options are, option number A, 1946, option B, 1947, option C, 1948 and option D, 1949. So, let me tell you that just after India, 1 year after India, Sri Lanka emerged as an independent country, that is in the that means in the year 1948. So, these are factual questions. You need to remember the year, that in which year Sri Lanka emerged as an independent country. Okay. So, the correct option will be option number C. Next, question number 9th. Question number 9th is, which of the following was the main reason for the killing of thousands of people in Sri Lanka? That means, why thousands of people were killed in Sri Lanka? What was the reason? The options are, option number A, Cold War between the options are, option number A, Cold War between Sinhala and Tamil speakers, option B, Civil War between Sinhala and Tamil speakers, option C, Atomic War between Sinhala and Tamil speakers, and option D, none of the above. So students, let me tell you that the Tamils, they were protesting. Why they were protesting? They were protesting against the Act of 1956 because the Sinhalas, they were in majority and the Tamils, they were in minority, and the minority was continuously suppressed. So the Tamils, they were protesting against the Act of 1956 and the Sinhalas, they were suppressing their protest, as a result of which civil war broke out in Sri Lanka. That means a war in which people of the same country are killing each other. They are at enmity with each other. That refers to civil war. So since the Sinhalas were suppressing, the Tamils were up. Cut the slide. So because of this act, thousands of people were killed in Sri Lanka because of the protest. Okay? So the correct option will be option B, that is civil war between Sinhala and Tamil speakers. Next, proceeding with question number 10th. So question number 10th is, what does Elam stands for? Elam. This word is there in the chapter also. The options are option number A, Tamil name for Sri Lanka, option B, Tamil name for state, option C, Sri Lankan name for state, and option D, both A and B. Students, let me tell you that Elam is a Tamil name. It is a Tamil word, or it is a name for state. That means in Tamil, state is called as Elam. So the correct option will be option number B. So the correct option will be option number B, that is Tamil name for state. Okay. Now students, let's come to the next question, that is question number 11th. So question number 11th is, a belief that the majority community should be able to rule a country in whichever way it wants by disregarding the wishes and needs of the minority is dash. The options are option number A, power sharing, option number B, central government, option number C, community government, and option number D, majoritarianism. So students, let me tell you that majoritarianism is a belief in which a majority community is able to rule a country in whichever manner or in whichever way it wants by disregarding, by disrespecting the needs as well as the wishes of the minority. So this is called as majoritarianism. Majoritarianism, that means the majority is ruling, the majority is suppressing, the majority is suppressing the minority. It is disregarding the needs and the wants of the people. So this definition is the definition of majoritarianism. So I hope that this definition is clear to everybody. So the correct answer will be option number D. Now the next question, that is question number 12th. Which of the following government in Belgium has the power regarding cultural, educational and language related issues? The options are option number A, the communist government, option B, community government, option C, central government, and option D, province government. Students, let me tell you that community government has the power regarding cultural, educational and language related issues. And who elects the community government? Let me tell you that the people belonging to the respective language community elects the community government. That community government will look after the needs and wants of all the people belonging to their community. For example, if I talk about Belgium, for example, if I talk about Belgium, then Belgium was divided into two parts. the Wallonia region and the cut that line. Now students, if I talk about Belgium, then Belgium was divided into two parts. The first is Wallonia region and the second is Flemish region. So let me tell you that if I talk about community government, then the community government of French language will see or look after the needs of or the wants of the people living in both Wallonia as well as Flemish region. That means it will look after the needs and wants or demands of the people living in the whole country. So this type of community is called as community government, and community government is elected by the people belonging to their respective language community. So I hope that this question is clear to everybody. That means regarding community government. So the correct option will be option number B, that is community government.